Yo, it is I, Josh Wolf, the alt super meta, coding on Zeebe today. So, well, let's make things visible for starters. Window gRPC mock is what we're working on today. Somewhere here amongst my 6 million. Let's use this one. Somewhere here amongst my 6 million Visual Studio Code windows. Open. Now, as we all know, one of the most important things in programming is the soundtrack, as it is with life. So, Zeebe gRPC mock. Yo. Okay, and then my VS Code thing, I double click on the VS Code window. Code. Zeebe gRPC mock, let there be light. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, we got that. Let's spawn a new Chrome window because I got another 6 million of them open. New window. Put that over here. Now, last couple of streams we've been listening to Shingo Nakamura. This time, however, we're going to go back to Monstercat. Listen to that. Google Chrome, new tab. Yes. What's your main focus for today? Right now, it's Zeebe gRPC mock. gRPC mock. Yeah, man, touch typing is happening with this Comac. Okay, so let's go to monstercat.com. I'm going to see what new music is happening on Monstercat. It's a pity there's no way to just go like play all the songs on this page. Whatevs. Cold Ground. Here we go. Cool. October the 22nd. Yesterday. This is what I call fresh. That's how I like to keep it. Fresh. Very good. Very good, very good. Let me just check my stream to make sure. Yep. Track name's automatically updating from my integration that I wrote, which is available for your perusal at GitHub. GitHub. You can see which GitHub I'm mostly at. What you wanna hear? And it's Monstercat. Yeah, there we go. The Monstercat OBS connector. Add the name of the currently paying track from your monstercat.com to your OBS stream. Available for your goodness there, you can use it. Shows you how to set it up. Okay, but let's get on with this Zeebe gRPC. Let the pieces fall to the cold ground where they belong. Zeebe gRPC mock using Nest. Scriptable Zeebe Gateway Protocol Serve mock. And I'm thinking, because I like to make things like next level complicated, then I'll write a front end for an Ember. But let's get the gRPC mock working first. I'm just going to move my microphone. It's kind of way out here. Oh, that's where my stretching band is. Okay, cool. Tighten. Yes. That's good. I'm going to move my water over here. Good. Okay. Let's get on with this. Minimize that thing. Got another monitor over here. And then I got my monitor over here, which is the one I'm working on. Okay. Minimize all that. Let's go to Twitch over here. Actually, I want to give a shout out to Actually, I want to show you this. Come on.
I can't find myself, 'cause I don't know who I am without you, without you. 'Cause my identity has been lost to me, and I can't find myself, no, because I don't know who I am without you, without you.
Zeebe Nation podcast.
My identity.
This is the latest podcast we put out, and this one has... Turn the music down a bit. It's kind of like nice background music. Zeebe Nation podcast, Zeebe and Open Democracy in the Netherlands. So the podcast is available, you can listen to it. And there's a transcript, which is awesome. So Jesse van Moden, who is the developer I interviewed for this podcast, man, he went nuts on this thing. And wrote a transcript. It's pretty cool. I'm digging it. It was an exciting project. They're building like a transparent governmental process with Zeebe. Cool graphic too. Anywho, back to the game. New terminal. Okay, last commit on this thing was probably a week ago. 2 weeks ago. Wow. The context for this thing's definitely evaporated from my head, but that's okay. Because the way I program, I didn't leave any docs for it so far. I think we wrote some tests, so we'll start from there. That's right. This is the gRPC mock. I think last time I was working on like a REST server to wrap the gRPC, but anyway, let's try doing npm run npm test. What happens if we run that? Oh yeah, I wanted to bring up Twitch in another window over here so I can see when people drop into chat. 1 second. My wife's getting me an energy drink from the supermarket. They don't have Rockstar, which is my official drink of this channel, Twitch. So she's gonna get me something else sugar-free. Twitch.tv. My test failed. Let's see, why did it fail? Okay, we're running on the wrong version of Node, that's why. Let's go to my channel. Connecting to the chat. Pause the actual stream itself. Very good. Okay. Okay, so this error here you can see is caused by failed to load a binary module because it's not installed for the current system. Expected node version 72, found 59. My guess is that I'm currently running Node 12.6.0 and I last built this with 9.6.0. So I'm using NVM for multiple versions of Node version manager. And if I go node NVM list, yep, 12.6.0. So if I go npm rebuild, it's going to rebuild the gRPC binary modules that it actually uses for the gRPC layer. Stay hydrated. Okay, it's looking good. Rebuild. Let's try that command again. No, not NVM list. Thank you. Control C. npm test is what we're after. Chewing gum's run its course. Should return hello world. Thank you. It works. Okay, let's have a look in the source code. App controller. Here we go. gRPC method topology. So what I'll do here is I'll open the protocol file, split it across to that side, put the controller on this side, and then we don't need this. Okay. Oh, one other thing to do, I think, is we've released a new version of Zeebe Node in the meanwhiles. Are we using it? Do you have dependencies? Zeebe Node. Yep, there we go. So we'll update the npm I Zeebe Node. You know what? I'm not feeling this this album. No disrespect to the creator. Dream Odyssey by Julian Kalor. Let's try this. Galactic Trumpet. Yeah, we've listened to that. Let's try some of his other tracks. Tap, tap, tap. Is this thing on? Let me just check if my stream's running. Yo, it's running. Good. Okay. This is pretty cool. Gotta keep it kind of epic. Offline. Oh, this one is not available for content creator licenses, so we're not listening to that track. Monster Cat Instinct. Oh yeah, this is a playlist. Here we go. Okay, cool. Yep. I think I've got it set to automatically skip the ones that are not available for content creator licenses, so we're going to listen to this next. In the means, let's go back here. Yep, we're up to 21.1, so we've got the latest. Good. Latest is good. Wow. Okay. It's been a while since I updated, checked in my changes. Well, let's start by checking in the changes, and we'll just say working topology. Working topology command. Yep. Push. Okay, let's do this. So we got the topology command. Let's do a create workflow instance request. We'll do that next. So we're going to create a new gRPC method. Gateway. This one's called create workflow instance request. No, create workflow instance. We go down to commands. Here we go. Create workflow instance. And then I'm going to take a guess and say that we can put that there. And it should return a response. Like that. Good. Import. Good. Give the method an actual implementation. It's got the same name. Create workflow instance. This name is arbitrary, but You got to give it something. Create workflow instance. Good. Doesn't actually return it yet. That's fine. So in here, what we'll do is we'll just say console.log, and then we'll log the data just so we can see what it's actually passing in. And then we're going to return a response. Ta-da! What's missing from this picture? BPM in process ID. Partition ID, and then, I don't know, like that. Version, we'll say 1. Looks like that's meant to be a number. And then workflow key. I don't even know what the format of these things are, but I know what their types are because of the type system. Version 1, like that. Save that. Just for the sake of the linter. And then we'll go to our tests and we'll write a test for it. Create workflow instance. Can create a workflow instance. None. Okay. Create a workflow instance. What does it need? 2 to 3 arguments. So, what? BPM process ID variables version. So, order process. And then the variable, so none. You know, you can, I mean, it's like, how far do you go? And then we'll just expect it to be truthy. To be truthy. Good. Save that mofo. And then run the tests. See if this works. Okay. When you're writing a mock like this, it's like, how far do you go? You know, do you actually like mock the whole thing? You know, like, do I actually allow you to deploy workflows and then, like, you know, have internal state about that? Could do. And then I've basically rewritten Zeebe in Node. I shouldn't have said that because I actually just started thinking about that. I could do that. I'm not going to do that. Just so you know, I'm not going to do that. We don't need requests from Supertest. This is not a REST project. ARS. ARST. Row 2, left hand on the Colmac. Now, I want to do activate jobs now because then we can test what I actually want to test, which is what happens. Here we go. gRPC method activate jobs. This is what I actually want to test. Okay, activate jobs. Jonesing for that energy drink, man. Activate jobs, and then it should be like returns activated jobs. Activate jobs response. Oh, hang on. When we ran that test, what does the data? Where? Oh, hang on. That didn't work. Why is that? It's running the wrong test. Oh. We'll deal with that in a second. Activate jobs request. Give the body an implementation. Yay! Let's console log the data again. Why doesn't it like this? Private name. Well, this doesn't work. Okay, that works. Okay, if you know it needs a semicolon, then just add one, would you? It's complaining because we're not actually returning one. So we'll return... Oh no, so an activate jobs response actually returns an array, I think. Does it? Nope. Must return an object then. Jobs. That's an array. So let's return one job. Wow. Okay, so constants.ts. Constants.ts. I think my energy drink has arrived. Okay, we're in the presence of caffeine. Thank the gods. Okay. So. In constants, so we're going to export some constants from here. So export even. Const. BPM and process ID. BPMN? Is it BPMN or BPM? Let's do this the easy way. And then, so we should just go like this. Ta-da! Let's get our mock data from here. So, let's go back to this multi-scat instinct. Let's see if this skips. It should skip. Yep, good. Play. Yeah, good. Change that from 14 days ago to today. 11 minutes, baby. Let's go on over here. My 2 chains ain't gold at all, man. This is better. Okay, it's good. So save that. Yeah, nice. Okay. So here, we can just go like this. Mock. BPMN process ID. I'm gonna have to qualify that name better than this later, but just do it piece by piece. Instance key. Yeah, beautiful. Workflow key. Fantastic.
Girl, let me show you the paper. I can buy that house for you later. But you say you don't need that
Yep.
at all. This world
What else does it need?
will take it. Just me and you, girl.
Custom headers.
I swear we already made it.
Well, let's just go through all of them like this.
'Cause no one's got what we got. We hit it up on rooftops. No matter what they say, we will do this our way. We ain't in it for the dollars, no.
So this is the element in the BPMN model. Key. That's a unique key to identify this job when you're going to send it back. How many retries we have. Yo. Save it and then we'll add the comma. Yay! There's a ghetto way to add the comma. So, say 10. Get customer record. Okay, it's a weird thing to do, but whatever. Variables. Nothing. Worker. It's the worker ID that it's been assigned to. Workflow definition version 1. Workflow instance key. Mock workflow instance key. Workflow key. Mock workflow key. Doesn't like variables for some reason. It's not a typable type string. Yeah, I guess JSON stringified. Ta-da! Worker. So this one is mock.version. Okay, custom headers I think is also a string. This drink is disgusting. Epoch milliseconds. Element ID. It's a string, it's a string, it's a string. Now, if we run a test on this, our worker is just going to be activating jobs non-stop. So we probably need a control channel for this thing. We do, we need a control channel. So we're going to go nest new module. So the control plane will allow us to tell the broker mock how to behave. So we'll call it control plane. New generate. Nest generate module. So module called control plane. So we need a controller. Also called control plane. I wonder if there's a way to generate all three at once, and I'm going to generate a service. Control plane. We're going to get all three. I'm going to drink my water and put my drink in this glass. Reason being that I endorse one energy drink and one energy drink only, and that is Rockstar, because you are what you drink. Okay. So, we've now created a control plane. Oh, this sounds like the song that they have on TikTok. Okay. Control plane. So we've got this control plane. Now, okay, let me just reason my way through what it is I want to create. So I'm going to create a worker. It's going to activate jobs from the broker, and I want the broker to return So here's what I'm thinking. Let me think out loud so I'm not just sitting here like gazing into nothing. What I want to create here is that the workers there continually polling for jobs, and we need some way to simulate like the appearance of jobs for the worker to service. Now, the way that happens in the Zeebe broker itself is it's actually processing business BPMN, and you know, jobs appear when there are actually legitimate jobs for the worker to do. And we can't really use the create workflow instance to do that unless I want to really like straight up mock the internals to Zeebe, which I don't want to do. So on the control plane then, what we'll do is we'll create a route, a get route. Should actually be a post route. And this route should be create job. And this will create a job for it to actually do. I think that's how you do it. Which means that we're going to have to inject the app service in here. So it's going to be private, it's going to be read only, and it's going to be called app service. And it's an instance of the app service. This doesn't work in the dev mode. So the way Nest works is it resolves dependencies by using reflection. So it'll reflect this and see the type of this thing here, and then it will grab it from here. Okay, so if this is the class app service, we should give this jobs. I guess we make it. It's an array of activated jobs, activate job responses. So it's got nothing in it to begin with. Whatever. Okay, save it. Now, so let's say get jobs. And then this one will say put jobs. Okay, I'm gonna hardwire mine to begin with, but for it to be more usable for other people, you're gonna have to. So the way we'll do it is, instead of jobs appearing, you know, for the workers based on the broker's internal logic and like it's processing the BPMN and workflows are going through, you're just gonna like post to a REST endpoint, and that's gonna cause the creation of a job for workers. So one thing that we could do is, if we go back to the control plane controller, what we can do on this one here is, oh yeah, okay, this is a post to there, and then we'll do job type. Yeah? Yeah. Job type. So if we're going to get the data for the activated job from there, like that. Destructure the job type from the param. So it's going to be part of the route. Like that. And then we just go like this. This.appService.putJob. Hello. And then the job that we're going to put in there is going to be okay. Yeah, okay, so we can have a create jobs as well if we need to. Okay. So, where's the job type in here? It's called the type. The type is going to be the job type. I think they should work, but let's see why these tests are not running as we're expecting, hey? If I go npm run, test. Here we go, end to end. It's the test we wanted to run. Looping back. Put job does not exist on here. Well, let's do this. This is pretty ghetto. So return jobs. We actually need to like slice them out of the array. Okay. This dot jobs. Ta-da. And here we're gonna go this dot jobs dot push job. Yeah? No. Because we know that jobs hang on. Job.jobs 0. Activated jobs. No, they need to be activated job responses because we're going to send them back. And I'm not gonna create them somewhere else because we don't need to maintain an internal representation of the job. Like that. We can only return one job at a time with this model. Is that what we want to do? Is that what we want to do? Activate jobs response. Ta-da! Okay, let's try that test again. It's a lot of coding without actually running the test first. Wow.
Well, I woke up on the lobby floor. Yeah, last night was some kind of war.
Okay, good. Can't connect.
I check my phone, but you never call. Lost in the ceiling, caught up in the ceiling. I can't seem to let it go. Locked in this cage, I've been stuck here for days and I
Failed to connect. Okay, so let's have a look. What are we trying to connect to? So we're going to run on localhost 26500. Yep. It's all good. Unhandled promise rejection. I wonder where could it be? Let's set this to true. This test will probably never. Oh no, it should time out. Let's try it again. Maybe the server takes so long to start that it needs to. You know. Yeah, okay, so this server's not starting. Let's have a look. Okay, so I'd say that's what's missing. Copy that. See if I can do this. gRPC mock. And then not before each, but before all. So, well, we should be able to just go here and call this a const, like that. Then what we want to do is put these describe blocks inside that describe block. Does that work? Let's see. So it's initializing the application. It's compiling it, initializing it. Nope. Okay, so what happens if I do this? Let's try this. I split this window here, and then I go npm run dev. Let's run the server in another window. Okay, this is good to know. Control plane controller app service. Okay, so newbie error. Let's go in here. I gotta import this app service module. Save it. Yo, that's more like it. So in that case, that might be our whole problem here. It just could be solved by that. Let's try it. Yes. Yeah, okay, good. Good, I hear you say. Are you crazy? No, that's a good thing because I know what that problem is. That problem is that when you're running in some of these compilation modes, the control plane module here, that path doesn't resolve, so you got to have relative paths. Okay, let's run it again. And magic happens. Magic happens. Nope. Magic does not happen. Okay, still freaking out. Let's try running the server over on this side. Is it gonna start? Is it gonna work? Where? No, okay, it's still not working. App service is a provider. Okay, so in that case, we may need to export it. Exports. Just export it like that. And then in that case, maybe we import the module. Let's try that. Module not found. Pathing issue. Dependency scanner. Circular dependency between modules. Okay. Understandable. So, app service. So, so really, what we should do is move this into a gRPC module. Let's do that. Nest generate module gRPC. gRPC. Generate a gRPC controller. There's no such thing as good programming, only good refactoring, so just gradually it will take its final form. So the app controller actually is the gRPC controller. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Save that. Okay, double that. Yep. Now, move the app service. No, just move these two here into the gRPC service. Okay. App service. That goes there. And then that goes there. Save that. Go back to the app service and let's just delete everything out of here. So the app service is going to have nothing in it. Like that. This app controller, which really we don't even need it. So I think we can probably delete the app controller. We can definitely delete the test for it in that case. If the app module, we no longer have this controller. Hello. What's wrong with this? App module. Okay. Like that. Save that. The gRPC module comes in. Don't even need the app service in here. Don't need to export anything from there. So save that. App service, nothing really, nothing there. Okay, the gRPC module. So we need to export the gRPC service. Save that, and we go to the control plane module, where we import the gRPC module. Like that. Yep. Get rid of that. And then in the controller. So this one here becomes instead the gRPC service. Ta-da! Okay. gRPC controller TS. That now becomes the gRPC service. Rename that symbol to gRPC service. Service. Ta-da! Save that, and then this should work. Extraordinary. Okay, not so extraordinary. Yep, okay, no problem. Control plane module, not the JS, but the TS. Save that. Good. Okay, so there's some unimplemented pieces there. Let's try running the end-to-end test. See if it can work. So it should scaffold, compile the app, start the app, run the tests, all in one single command. Nope. No problem with that. So let's run the microservice here. Go to the test. Which we don't have open, so test. It's all compiled stuff here, we don't need to see that. So instead of initializing the app here, let's see if this works.
We could play blink, blink, 182. Drive around our cars and pretend that we never grew. Sneak out of the house every night. We were young and confused. We never made curfew. That was true.
Very good.
We could play blink, blink, 182. Chasing all our drinks with Red Bull and Mountain Dew. Hangover so bad we would sleep until the morning.
Did he say Mountain Dew and Red Bull? What about drinking Rockstar, man? Why would people drink these other ones? If you are what you drink, why would you drink Mountain Dew? Okay, it's looking good. Okay, it works. I'm not sure why my test doesn't work if I run it. Anyway, I don't care. But it didn't end in time. Do not exit 1 second after the test run has complete. Pretty sure this is the branch that I'm working on at the moment, which is the closed promise branch on the Zeebe Node client. But that's okay. It works, that's the important thing. It's good. It's good. I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan. Okay, so now my struggle is like, how complex do I make this? How configurable? Really, I'm building it for a single use case, which is I want to be able to test this behavior that's difficult to simulate with the broker in CI, which is where it does a resource exhausted broker back pressure. I can simulate anything else just using an actual broker in CI. So in our build system for Zeebe Node, which at the moment builds in Circle CI, we have a Zeebe broker container that runs, and we can start workflow instances, get jobs, that kind of stuff. But there's this new behavior in Zeebe 21 where if the broker is getting overloaded and it's got latency happening, it starts to push back by giving a resource exhausted result. So I'm just going to simulate that one thing, really, because I don't need to test anything else with it. It's the only thing I need to test. Okay. I'm going to do one other thing. I'm going to grab another drink. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run my new closed promise version of the library, which I haven't pushed yet, against this broken mock to see if I can get this jest thing to exit on time. There we go. BRB. Okay. Okay. Not a massive fan of these tracks so far. Nothing that I'd want to add to my list. Fires up, embers burn, can't pretend. Yeah. We're up to here.
And I've been thinking about things
Pretty sure this is in the playlist already. Okay, back to this. Okay. Let's try this. I'm just linking my local checkout of Zeebe node. npm link. Not npm like, npm link. Package.json. Call this .2.
Burning up, spinning round till an end, yeah. And I've been thinking about things that you said, yeah.
Okay. So what we do here is we go npm link Zeebe node. Yep, here we go. Linking, good, and then let's try running the test again. What? Oh, that's good. This is something new I added where you get a context, which is good. What's up here? I'm just gonna ignore that. Okay, we don't need that. We don't need that. So this is bugging me because what happens is that close on the client and then there's a promise, and the promise should only be called when it's actually closed, like it's ready to close, but it doesn't, which is a problem because you end up with this problem in the tests where Jess is complaining that it didn't close because it has like a running thread still. Alright, let's do this. For some reason, so we're calling the Zeebe client close method. And we give back a promise, which we resolve when it's done. Promise all. So we close all of the workers. Well, let's go to the definition of this. Okay, so we'll set the logger level to info, see if that does it. Or rather, see what that does. Okay, so back to this one. Nitro fun so far away. Now we'll just go with it. So we're going to set the log level is set to debug on both of them. Well, let's set this one to info and see what happens. Okay, we should get all those warning messages. I think we're going to switch music providers now. We're going to listen to some Shingo Nakamura. Go with this. Start at the top of the hour. Oh, this one. That's the one I recognize as being. Nope, it's the same one. Oh, look at this. Programmers, stop here. This is excellent programming music. See? I was having the worst mental block and couldn't work anymore, but this changed everything. Yes. How can music like this give me energy and calm me down at the same time? Yeah. This guy's a genius. Shingo is one of the GOATs, brah. Shingo Nakamura, man. Progressive house. Bring that up in the mix. Okay, this is just what the doctor ordered. So bring it up in my local headphone mix as well. Very good. Okay, this is what we need to tackle this problem. Okay, so we got some logging here. gRPC channel is closed, yo. That's what it says. It says the gRPC channel is closed. Okay, let me have a look at the client. Oh, okay, and then there's a 2-second timeout on that. After it's done, yeah, okay, I remember testing that. So, what we need to do in that case... No, it should. I think in the worker aliveness bit, yeah. Okay, we need to clear this keep alive. Is that being cleared and close? It is. I'm at a loss to explain what's happening with this. I am at a theoretical loss. I mean, to figure out why it's not exiting, I have to dig into it. Well, let's run it with detect open handles and see what happens. That's what it says to try. Why am I typing? What am I? Out of the 1800s? Yep, there we go. Okay, I ran it with detect open handles, dude. Like, okay, so let's do this then. Package.json. Test end-to-end jest. We need to put the detect open handles here. Oh yeah. Okay, detect open handles. Come on now, do your magical thing. What do you see? What you got for me? Now it just finishes and says, hey, that's fine. I'm not left with anything now. It just magically works. Man, I need to buy some stuff to stop my seat from squeaking. Got some doors in the house that squeak as well. I looked on Amazon for like door hinge oil. Couldn't find anything. Sewing machine oil. That's probably what I need to look for. Sewing machine oil. Squeaking. Okay, let's just leave it at that. We'll call that done. Detect open handles is enough to fix it, so whatever. It's the workaround. I'm just pushing my changes to the Zeebe node client and push that branch to my origin. Oh yeah, man, that was it. Right there. Okay, Zeebe gRPC mock. Okay, so look, we got a mock that works, right? So now, on the control plane, the end-to-end test thing is kind of cool and everything, but I think what we need to do is build like a little another little app that's not part of this, like it's a client app. And then we would just in here go, let's try this. Client.ts, right? Wrong brain pattern, dude. Okay. Okay, so new Zeebe client. Let's put in an async function. Async bid. So const w worker equals ZBC create worker. So I think you can do this now. What? Yeah, no. Didn't I do an overload? Nope. I was sure I did an overload. Whatever. So the task type is get customer records, right? Oh yeah, okay, so the first thing is the null, get customer records. Yep, and then in here we're gonna have job and complete. Like that. Okay, and then we're just gonna go console.log. We don't even need to worry about completing the job here. Job. Yep. That's it. So this should go nuts with, so if I cd into test, and let's go T for TypeScript client. Ooh, error 13. Stalled on gRPC error. gRPC error. Error 13 empty string. What happens if we hit this? Transient failure. Look at that. Boom. This is why I wanted to have this mock, to be able to test this kind of stuff. Okay, so it actually worked. Okay. Let's try this. npm I minus g pnote pretty. That looks better. Okay, so it gets the customer records. Long poll, yep. And then it throws an error. Stalled on gRPC error, which is error 13 internal empty string. Empty string. Maybe the response that I'm sending back, or I don't know. Let's have a look. If we look at the gRPC controller, when we're returning this response here, maybe this shouldn't be empty. Non-nullable fields, maybe? Okay, you do need to complete the jobs, because otherwise... Awesome. Okay, because the worker capacity halts it from asking for any more, so it did 32. requests. Good. How does the broker respond if there are no jobs? So what we should do is in this activate jobs response, instead of just sending back the job, data.worker. Instead of sending back a job, we should very good. Yeah, great. Okay. I'm thinking of like an emitter or a timer or something, because when we get this activate jobs request, it shouldn't send back a job immediately. It should wait so that we can batch up jobs and then simulate something more like what happens on the broker. I mean, the easiest way to do it would be like this. Just one job every 2 seconds or something would look like this. Async, and then so it doesn't return that, it returns a promise of that. Let's get rid of these things for the time being. And then what we're going to do is we're not going to return that, we're going to return a new promise, which we will always resolve. So here we can say resolve. And then I'm going to set a timeout. Make it every 2 seconds, right? So in here, we're going to resolve the promise with the jobs. And then we'll do that every 2 seconds. I don't know what I'm doing here. What? Okay, let's have a look. Come down here. Rainbow brackets. Yeah. And that's the end of that, right? Just like that. Okay, good. Okay, so it's going to return one job every 2 seconds. One job. One job every 2 seconds. It's great. Okay. And you can see the max jobs to activate is going down on the right hand side because the work is reaching its capacity. It's not completing any of the jobs, so it's like, dude, my capacity is going down. It's good. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Okay, now how do we return? Okay, let's have a look on NestJS. How do we return this exhausted error? Documentation. Microservices, gRPC. Okay. Recipes. FAQ. Discover. Who's using Nest? Oh, that's cool. I like the way that happens. Okay. Actually, how is this thing written? What's this? Okay, that's the website. Discord. That's cool. I'm gonna jump on the Discord. But, what's that? Oh, the hamburger. Okay. Dude, meta. How do we create a gRPC exception? Let's just try Googling it. NestJS gRPC exception. NestJS gRPC exception. Documentation issue or request. I'm trying to send a status code with a gRPC, like status not found, but RPC exception only accepts one argument. How can I send the status code? Create a dedicated gRPC exception filter that catches all exceptions and maps them into the corresponding gRPC error objects. Let's have a look at this. Okay. I have an application that exposes the gateway communicates with microservices through gRPC. Yeah. Okay. A new RPC exception. I love it. Let's do that and see what happens. Okay. So what we do is instead of doing that, we're going to do this. Status is 8, resource exhausted, broker back pressure. In effect. Ta-da! Import. Yes. Okay. Unreachable code detected. So, so if this .fail mode, no back pressure. Save that and then declare that. Yep. Then in the constructor, turn the back pressure on just for this testing case. Back pressure on equals true. Need to implement the complete command so that worker can keep running. You ready? Okay, back pressure is activated. Let's see how the worker behaves. And, well, let's see if the back pressure works. Yep, error 2 unknown. Unknown. Okay, I got one response and then freaked out. Now it's stopped. It's given up the ghost. Don't give up. Looks like my command to cloud machine is down. Okay, I'll deal with that in 20 minutes time. They're upgrading the clusters today. Okay, so that's weird because it should be retrying. But it is not. So in actual fact, that worker is just like dead, effectively. Transient failure. It's retrying on a transient failure. Let's restart, but then the broker back pressure will kill it. But it's not even broker back pressure because it's the wrong error message for it. Error 2 unknown. So that looks like this guy's saying, hey, we're getting unknown. But I get this. Yep. Expected. Yeah. Okay. 9th of April. Okay, doesn't look like it, oh dude, it hasn't been merged. September. That's an interesting okay, it doesn't look like Nest gRPC can actually do what I need it to. That's a bummer. Well, you know what this means? It means I'm gonna have to jump in and do this PR. Because these guys are like pushing it forward to do exactly what I need to do, which is to send custom gRPC error messages. Yeah, okay. Dude's what it's all about. Yep, gRPC exception mapping. I'm gonna have to pull this and work on this PR. So that's what I'm gonna be doing on the next stream, and I'm not waiting till next week to do this. Got the context in my head, so we're gonna do it. Okay. The final steps for today, we're gonna update the README. README. gRPC Gateway mock. Okay, to get the broker back pressure, bash. npm I, and then npm run start dev. And then to run a little test, this is also in bash. You gotta go cd into test, and then you gotta go ts node client.ts, and you want to pipe that through Pinot Pretty. Okay. Work in progress, yo. Okay, WIP. Yep. And push. And that is enough for today, because I'm going to have to do that PR, and I want to get my other branch, the closed promise branch, pushed into the Zeebe node client so I can just like close that thing off and be done with it. Sehr gut, sehr gut. Okay, it was good. It was productive today. I got all the way to the broker back pressure and hit an actual blocker, which is this exceptions in gRPC. And I'm actually very happy about that, because here's something that I personally need to do. And these guys are already working on it. And, you know, this guy's like put a lot of work into this. And he's kind of run to the end of his time. And he's like, dude, I'm like so busy. I got nothing. And it's just sitting here. And this is like wasted inventory. It's like work that these guys have done on it. That hasn't made it over the line. So I might be able to push it over the line by putting my shoulder behind this thing and giving it that last shove to get it over. And, you know, maybe I don't, but in the course of doing that, it's going to, you know, get me more across how NestJS works internally. I'm going to have a sense of ownership of this gRPC part of it. I'm going to be like, yo, I did that. You know, me and these guys put this thing together. And that's what open source is all about. It's like working together with other random people on the internet that you've never met, creating cool stuff. That's what I'm into. Awesome. Stay chill.